In today's video, we're going to go over exactly how to create a high converting post purchase email flow in 2024 for your e commerce brand so that you can drive more repeat purchases, generate extra sales, and at the end of the day, what's most important is enhancing your customers' buying experience. I audit so many accounts and I subscribe and purchase from a lot of e commerce brands, and it's quite crazy to me how many of them stop the customer's journey as soon as you purchase. They spend all this time marketing to you, educating you on their products, and then as soon as you purchase, they send you your shipping information if they do that. Some brands don't even do that. And then once your product is delivered, you don't ever hear from the brand again. And that is a horrible customer journey, a horrible customer experience. And at the end of the day, that is why most customers feel used as soon as they buy a product. There's just no type of relationship after you purchase a product. And so this is why your post purchase is super important. This is a screenshot from one of our clients' accounts, and we'll actually go into it. But this is $119,000 in the course of 5.5 months in revenue from their post purchase emails. They have a bit of a different strategy, and what we do for them is a little bit unique. We actually took away some segments or some flow splits from their original post purchase, and we made a VIP flow. We also did a repeat order, second, third time purchase, and then we have a disengaged 90-day and some things right there. So if you add these up, that's $119,000 in post purchase revenue over the course of 5.5 months. And those are all at least second time purchases, which are a lot more profitable, especially if you're not spending any money to acquire them. And we'll kind of get into that in a second. But to kind of show you what I'm talking about here, and luckily my face is covering up the client's name, so we're not doxing any of their information. But this is since we've started working with them over the last 5.5 months, and their email revenue is up 104%, and their flow revenue is doing good. And again, this had a bunch of different flows in here. So we split them into separate flows so it could be more organized and we could get more data. One of the most recent ones we've done is that VIP 4+ orders or more flow. And that flow alone has a $4.76 recipient revenue per recipient rate, which is really awesome. And it's doing really well for this brand. But again, this is $119,000 from these post-purchase flows alone. And we've done this for several clients before. And so in this video, we're going to go over the goals of the flow, what they should be, the flow triggers, the time delays, the flow filters, conditional splits, how to sync transactional emails with Shopify, metrics and KPIs for this flow, and what you should be aiming for. And so before we kind of get into that, why is this so important for your brand? Well, retention is the name of the game here, and you can do so much with your post-purchase flow around retention. And so this is just an image I got from online. I don't remember where the source was, to be honest, but credit to them, right? So acquiring a new customer is anywhere from 5 to 25 times more expensive than retaining one that you've already had. Companies lose over $1.6 trillion each year due to customers bailing after poor service experience because brands are not doing any type of post-purchase customer journey. The probability of selling to an existing customer is 60 to 70% more, while 60 to 70%, while a new prospect is only 5 to 25 or 5 to 20%. And then, the benefits, you get an increased ROI. It reduces your marketing costs because it's so cheap to buy or so cheap to retain a customer versus buy a new customer. It builds your customer loyalty, your brand equity, and it drives customer acquisition because you're now more profitable. You have more word of mouth. More people are loyal to your brand, which overall helps acquire new customers. And so getting into the actual nitty gritty of this video and what we're here for. So the goals of the post-purchase flow, what are they? What should they be? And kind of how to go about them, how to accomplish these. And so we have really 5 main ideas and 5 main goals for your post-purchase flow. So you want to reduce buyer's remorse as soon as possible and get them really excited. And we'll go over how to do that here in a minute. You want to give them the shipping expectations and the tracking details. You want to show how to best, or how to get the most out of their product or their purchase that their item that they've received. You want to upsell and cross sell them. We don't want to miss those opportunities to generate more AOV or more revenue and increase the LTV of these customers. And at the same time, you want to build your reviews up, because if your product's good, people should know that. And you should have no problem getting a bunch of 5 stars from hopefully everybody that purchases from you. Again, you're not going to get 100% hit rate on reviews, but collecting them in this post-purchase journey is super important. And really, one of the only ways you can collect them is after someone's purchased. No one's going to give you a review if they've never purchased your product before. So how do we reduce buyer's remorse? How do we get them excited for their purchase and make sure that they don't regret buying from us? And so what you really want to try to accomplish here is looping them into the bigger picture that your brand is trying to accomplish. So you show your brand values or your brand mission. And what this is going to do is, let's say you're a brand that is all about sustainably sourcing your products. That's really big right now. If you loop them into this bigger picture of how you're sustainable, how you source your products, this is going to make sure that when they purchase from you, they know that the money that they've spent on this product is going to a good cause, or the fact that they are not harming the environment with their purchase. And so that's super important right now, especially right now. And, social media and everything's so big on sustainability. And then, so just showing your brand values, your brand mission, similar to, probably you have some good information in your About Us page or your Our Mission page. You want to make sure you get this across after they purchase in your post-purchase flow, so that they know exactly where their product's coming from and what bigger picture community type mission that they're a part of. The next thing you want to do to reduce buyer's remorse is also show them reviews from the product that they ordered. If they know that everyone, that 4.9 out of 5 stars is the rating of the product that they just ordered, they're going to assume that the product's good, and we're going to assume it's good as well, because it wouldn't have that many, reviews anyway. And this is going to let them know that they shouldn't feel bad about their purchase. If you don't have any reviews on your emails or anything like that, you purchase the product and then they go to your website and they realize, like, oh, like this has 3 out of 5 stars or something like that, they're just not going to feel good about it. So when you have good reviews, show them about the product so that they feel really good about their purchase. Then another thing you want to do is educate them about the sourcing of the product. So this goes into the brand mission, the brand values. Educate them on sourcing of their product so they know where it came from, so they can feel good about their purchase and about what your brand's doing. With the reviews, I kind of went out of order here. With your reviews, another great way to do this is to tell a product success story. Let's say you sell a fat burning supplement. You want to talk about Karen from Ohio that had a hell of a health journey because of your product. And if you can showcase that in an email, when this person is sitting here waiting for their product to come in a day, 2 days, 3 days, 7 days, depending on how fast your shipping is, they're going to get really hyped up, really excited about the fact that they could have the same health journey as this other person, or these people that they're seeing in the emails that have had such a great experience. They almost start to have the same experience before they even get the products in their hands. And that's super important for reducing buyer's remorse. Number 2, the second goal of this post-purchase flow, you want to deliver the shipping expectations and the tracking details. And so this one's kind of simple, kind of straightforward. You can use the Klaviyo flow template to leverage the pre-built emails. It's going to have all the data you need. If you go into Klaviyo and you go to post-purchase, order fulfilled, it's going to have all the tracking detail codes in there that you can just leverage for yourself. This email has all the dynamic codes that will pull from Shopify or wherever you use, whether that's WooCommerce, BigCommerce, Magento. And this will allow them to track their order from this email. They just click a link and it tracks the order. Here's your order number, here's your tracking number, etc. If someone knows where their product is at and they know it's been shipped, they know it's been fulfilled, they know it's on the way. Amazon even does, your product is 10 steps, 10 what do they say? 10 doors away, 10 stops away. That's what they say. When I get the message like, oh, my product is 10 stops away, I can't help but like get excited about the fact that my new purchase is coming today and it's like probably 15 minutes away. I don't know how many Shopify brands can do that, but Amazon does it. And that's like, most brands' biggest competition is we're dealing with Amazon here, right? So delivering your shipping expectations and the tracking details at the bare minimum is going to be super important to get across in this post-purchase journey, or this post-purchase flow for the post-purchase journey, so that they know what to expect and they aren't constantly thinking like, I ordered this 3 days ago, I don't know where it's at, when is it going to arrive, those kind of things. That's really bad for buyer's remorse. um, the next thing you want to do here is show how to get the most out of their purchase or their product. And you can do this in several ways. So one of the best ways to do this is answer the FAQs. Why is this one of the best ways? Because you know that these are the questions that most people are going to have. And so why wouldn't you answer them in email 2 or email 3? Why wouldn't you say, hey, I know you bought this fat burner. Let me tell you when to use it. Let me tell you what to do around the product, as far as maybe you take this before working out. Maybe you shouldn't work out when you take this. Maybe you should work out when you take this. Should you do it with food? Should you do it without food on an empty stomach? How can I get the most out of this product? Maybe the FAQs are like, what are the 3 biggest benefits of actually taking this product? Why is this product different than product XYZ? You can answer these FAQs in your emails. Bonus points if you leverage your UGC content to do this for you. If people have videos out there of answering kind of these FAQs, or if you've gotten influencers to do this for you, or affiliate marketers, this is perfect, because one, hearing it from you is one thing, but hearing it from a customer is a totally different thing. And that is also going to further reduce buyer's remorse. It's going to set the expectation that this person actually liked the product, and they're going to learn more about the product. So when they get it, they are primed to be able to use it and to enjoy their experience. The other thing you can do here is link to your social medias. That way you're cross-pollinating your list, and so that you're pushing followers to your Instagram account, your Facebook accounts, whatever it may be. And what that also is going to do is you probably have a bunch of video testimonials, content from from followers. And basically, it's just going to really insinuate the fact that people are out there that love this product. So why wouldn't you love this product? And so all these things are going to get them really primed up for the day that their package gets delivered, and they can jump right into the experience. And you almost already have them like 60% of the way super satisfied with their purchase, and they haven't even received it yet. Another way to do this is how to take care of the product. So this doesn't apply to everybody, but let's say you sell leather purses, leather high-end luxury handbags. We have a client that sells those. And you want to link to guides or blogs on how to best care for the product. How do I wash it? How do I clean it? How do I keep it, from peeling or this and that? And maybe you talk about the quality, and hey, like this product, there's not too much maintenance to go about taking care of this product. So that's one of the other things you can add there. Kind of a benefit of this product is that there is no maintenance. Maybe you sell clothing, how to best wash these clothes if they're 90% cotton or 100% cotton, how to go about that. Using blogs that you already have, or video content that you already have, or even just guides in general, is a super great way to go about this. Another way to show how to get the most out of their purchase is to show how to exactly use the product. If you have a product that needs directions, has instructions, has video tutorials, or it's just a bit complex to kind of understand how to get the most out of it, how to use it in a way where you're going to get the best experience, then it's very ideal to kind of show this after they've received the product. So if you have directions, there's no point of showing them the manual of how to do something if it's something that they haven't got in their hands yet. Yes, you could debate that you want to get them ready for it beforehand, but I would say to deliver this after that their product has been delivered, because then they're going to actually have it in their hands. It's going to make more sense when they see the instructions, the directions. But that's another good way to kind of get the most out of their purchase, is by answering FAQs, showing how to take care of the product, and showing how to use the product exactly. The next thing here is you don't want to miss your chance to do an immediate upsell or immediate cross-sell, or just do an upsell and cross-sell later down the line. A lot of the times this can be a separate flow, but for some brands, I've seen them do it successfully within the same flow. Not mainly, but as well as the immediate upsell is working really well for some of our clients. And so What you want to do here is you want to show complementary products and accessories that go with their purchase. So you don't want it to be random. And maybe you don't have a store or product line that allows that, which is fine. But let's say you sell supplements, and let's say you sell handbags and you have a couple other products where maybe you have wallets, maybe you have, you know, separators for like inside of the purse, maybe you have some jewelry as well. So you want to sell complementary products. That was probably a bad example, but I hope you get the point there. Complementary products and accessories. For examples, I think I just saw a video of someone going over the Skims funnel, Kim Kardashian's brand. You can buy a dress, but then you can also buy a bra, and you can buy underwear, and you can buy like a bundle. And so think about it as bundles. What can you like bundle together and upsell them? You don't have to show like a bundle, but you can. Bundles work really well in general. But let's say maybe we have a client that sells like knee braces. And so if they have a knee problem, then maybe they also need some knee exercises. So we can upsell them, an ebook. We actually give those ebooks for free, but for example, purposes, other products that help the same thing that they've purchased now. And so complementary products and accessories. Another great way to do this as far as upsells is getting them on the subscription offer for their next purchase so they can save money. So let's say they purchased once and you already reminded them like, hey, you can save 5% off if you do the subscription. And maybe they didn't do it the first time around. A couple emails down the line, you can do the predictive analysis in Klaviyo where it's like, hey, this person, typically most people buy 36 days after. So you want to set the reminder then, hey, just so you know, you might be ready to buy again, and you can save 10% off on your first purchase of a subscription model and save 5% every purchase after that. That's a super great way to get them a deal, get them incentivized for another purchase, but also increase your subscription revenue, which is super valuable for brands, especially if you're looking to exit. Again, you're in the e-commerce business. You want to be in the reorder business, not the placed order business. The reorder business is super important. You want to get repeat purchases on demand constantly. And so when the time is right, incentivize a second purchase. What I mean by that is we know the stats. So many people purchase one time, and the drop off between first time purchases to second time purchases is super steep. And if it's been 90 days and they haven't purchased again, and you would assume that every 30 days they need to re-up on their subscription or of their supplement or product or whatever it is, give them an incentive to purchase a second time. One, you're not paying to acquire this customer through ads, so there's really no cost of acquisition besides this discount and your cost of goods, of course. Two, once someone purchases a second time, they are so much more likely to purchase a third time. And if the experience was good, they're probably going to buy a second time if that incentive's there. And so you need to find out when is the right time to actually incentivize this second purchase, and you need to incentivize that. Most brands aren't willing to give a discount there, which is crazy to me because they worked so hard to get that first time purchase, which also costs them in ads, most likely, that they aren't willing to do it on a second purchase when if you get them to buy 2 times, they're in some cases, 65% more likely to continue purchasing if they have an actual product experience. And so that is super important. The last thing you want to do here is you want to be building your social proof and building your reviews. So send them a form questionnaire, learn more about them as a customer, get their feedback on their experience, get them to leave a review on your website, your Google My Business, your Trustpilot, your Facebook account, your Instagram account. Drop a message and tag us. Anything like that where you can build your social proof. Send them to your website. Send them to Trustpilot, like I just said. That is super important. Klaviyo also has Klaviyo reviews now, which works really, really well. And it's all native in Klaviyo, so there's no like data leakage there, which is great. And they kind of funnel into your emails, really great as well. And so these are really the 5 main goals that we're trying to accomplish in this post-purchase flow. And then so some of the other things we're going to talk about some conditional split ideas and syncing your transactional emails with Shopify. This is a big one that I see brands making mistakes on. very often. And so what you want to do is so you might have a couple different triggers here. And so there's really no flow delays or uh, delays in this particular flow, but there's several kind of things you can do. And so let's do this real fast. So you can do, you know, someone has placed an order, that can be a trigger. You can do, let's just move into some empty space up here. You can do someone has fulfilled an order. So that's when the order has been fulfilled. You can do when the order has been shipped. And then you can, in some cases, do order out for delivery. And in some cases, you can do, I think I saw the brand that we do it for, it's called shipment has been delivered. And so there's several triggers you can do to go about this. These are Klaviyo triggers, right? But maybe Shopify has, maybe Shopify has an email go out as soon as their order has been fulfilled, as soon as it's been shipped, as soon as it's been delivered, or let's just go with these two. Out for delivery. Let's go with these two. And then I forgot one more. So let's say 30 days later, review request. And so let's say you have, let's do one more. There's so many we can do. Loyalty program. So there's several things that can happen after someone's placed an order. We'll make these perfect because it'll drive me crazy. And so let's say Shopify sends those, and then you have, let's do different color here. Klaviyo sends one here as well. We also do a review request in Klaviyo, and we have a loyalty program email here. But maybe you have a loyalty program app that also sends it. Let's just call it, what's a good loyalty program app? Loyalty Lion. Let's put an L here. And then you have a review request. Maybe you have a review app. We'll just put an R for review. We'll do a different color as well. Maybe you have a review app that is sending emails to your customers asking them for a review. And then maybe you have, fulfilled an order. Maybe you have another tracking app. I'll just put a T for tracking, different color, right? A T for tracking here. So maybe you have all these different apps sending emails to your customers. What you don't want to do is be sending them too many at the same time and really cause a bunch of overlaps. So make sure there's no overlaps within your transactional emails with Shopify or any other app. So the same type of email from multiple softwares, i.e. review requests, loyalty programs, affiliate programs. You want to make sure your time delays are spaced out if they are actually sending, if you have multiple ones sending. So take into account the average shipping time. Make sure that you're not sending an email that should be sent when the product's been delivered. But if your average shipping time is 14 days and that email is delivered 10 days after they purchase, then it doesn't line up. Also make sure that if you have multiple apps sending emails, that your time delays are split enough to where they don't receive 2-3 emails on the same day about the same thing or about different things. Make sure the time delays are spaced out properly. No guides or review requests before an order is delivered. Those are kind of the main things and the main problems that I see with brands who have multiple different apps sending different types of emails in their post-purchase experience. These might all be doing the same thing, sending the same day, but then they're already pissed off because they've received 3 emails about the same thing. They unsubscribe and they don't get a chance to get an upsell, to get a review, to get all the fun stuff that we're trying to accomplish here in the post-purchase journey. So that's super important, and that's one of the bigger mistakes that I see a lot of e-commerce brands making. Last thing we're going to go over, conditional split ideas. Conditional splits are super powerful, and you have a lot of potential here. in your post-purchase flow. And so again, some of these can be different flows, like you saw over here on the brand that's making an extra $1,900, $119,000 in 5.5 months. We kind of split their post-purchase into second and third repeat order flow. We have a VIP flow for four-time purchasers or more. And then we have a disengaged after 90 days if they've purchased. It's essentially a win back, but we do this one a bit different, and maybe we'll do a video on that in the future. And yeah, so conditional splits, what you can do and what works really well. These are kind of like the main three that I think work really well for most brands. Splitting your post purchase by first time customer or second time customer. Treat these people differently. If someone's a repeat purchaser, you need to talk to them differently, because this is the person that could be with you for the next 3 to 5 years. If you're a supplement brand, if you're a food, CPG brand, if you're a drink beverage brand, you need to be thanking these people differently, and you need to be talking to someone who's a repeat buyer way differently than you need to be talking to a first time purchaser. You also don't want to be pushing a second time purchaser as hard for a repeat purchase as you would a first time purchaser, because we know they're more likely to purchase another time since they've purchased twice, hopefully had 2 great experiences, and can now become a loyal customer. Another great conditional split to do is non-loyalty program members versus loyalty program members. Let's say they've purchased. Let's say you're 8 emails down the line and you want to try to boost your repeat order rate. So what can you do? Well, hey, this person was not a repeat purchaser, or I'm sorry, not a loyalty program member when they purchased. So maybe you want to let them know that if they sign up, they can receive, $10 in-store credit before their next purchase. And they're like, oh, I basically just got free $10 off. I'll just join the loyalty program, and then I can make my second or third purchase. Maybe they were a loyalty program member and they have points saved up from their first or second purchase, depending on how many times they've purchased, right? Maybe you want to just be like, hey, since you're a loyalty member, here's your points balance, which equals, X amount of dollars. Why don't you use that? Maybe they expire, maybe they don't. I highly doubt they expire. Most points don't. But if they're a loyalty program member, just reminding them of the fact that they have points versus reminding them that if they sign up, they get points. You can really incentivize a repeat order just using those things alone. And that is super great to also build your loyalty program. The last conditional split idea that we're going to talk about today is just splitting it by the product that they've purchased, which is super, super great. So sometimes you want to do, product 1, 2, 3, 4, and maybe you want to show, let's do this. Maybe you want to do product specific reviews. So specific reviews about the product. Maybe you want to do, let's see. Well, we'll do it for all of them. Let's fix this though. Maybe you want to do, instead of product specific reviews, you can also do product highlight about this specific product. You can, let them know the benefits. Let's do product benefits. Maybe you do, instead of product benefits, you do product story, similar to a review, but a story about the product. Or maybe you even do, let's move these up. Maybe you deliver the product guide or tips. And so if you break this down by product, these should be bold. If you break these down by product, as far as a conditional split, you can do these type of things. If you don't, you can't really send product benefits to the flow, because not everybody purchased the same product. And so if you have it built out this way, this is a super great way to really customize your customer's buying experience. You might not want to do this if you have 1,000 products, but if you're a 5, 10 product store, 15 product store, this is doable, and it's going to reap you some really high ROIs on just tailoring that messaging. It's the same thing with the welcome flow. If you capture some, zero party data, I think in my other video, I was calling that first party data for some reason. I had it written wrong in the doc. Mistake there, but zero party data. If you're learning more about the customer, maybe they like hoodies, maybe they like t-shirts, maybe they like pants or shorts, maybe they're male or female. So you need to kind of tailor your messaging to your audience. If you can gather this type of data or use these type of splits, your messaging is going to be a lot more targeted, which is going to give you higher click rates, higher conversion rates, higher placed order rates. And at the end of the day, it's going to generate you more revenue. So these are the tips that we have for post-purchase flows. This is how we've been able to do this for our clients and people that we've worked with before. And this is these are the main ways, probably the 80-20 of how we've been able to generate 119,000 extra dollars in post-purchase revenue for these e-commerce brands, for this e-commerce brand in general, over the last 5.5 months. Hopefully you like this. This is, everything you need to know about how to create the post-purchase flow in 2024 to drive more repeat purchases, generate more sales, and at the end of the day, enhance your customers' buying experience. So hopefully this was valuable. Take care. Make sure you like, subscribe, drop a comment below if you want to see anything specific, or just let me know how you're liking these videos, and take care. I'll see you next time.